Hello student, the next concept is this is the lecture number 6 in which we are going to talk about the how we can convert your transfer function approach and the state space approach. Okay, so some system will be given in terms of a state space and some system will be given in a transfer function. So how we can correlate this. Okay, now how we can convert this transfer function and the state space. So we are having a basic transfer function equation, basic state space equation is x dot is equal to ax plus bu and y is equal to cx plus du. Okay, now we are taking the Laplace transformation assuming that initial conditions are set to be 0. So I will taking the Laplace transformation of this particular first equation. So it will be x into x of s minus x of 0, but as I said we have to take the initial condition is 0, so this minus x of 0 will not be there. So s into x of s is equal to a into x of s plus b into u of s, and ys is equal to c into x of s plus d into us. We have taken just the Laplace transformation. Because of the derivative term, this s is present over here. Okay, now we have to we will take this equation because we are having two terms, that is xs and xs over here. So I will move this term e into xs on the left hand side. Okay, so if I am moving this term into left hand side and taking the common xs quantity, it will be si minus a, okay, is equal to b into us. Okay, now our main definition of transfer function is what? It is the ratio of Laplace transformation of output to the Laplace transformation of input. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to put the value of x into our main equation. Okay, so in this equation I am multiplying both the side by si minus a. If I am doing so, si minus a inverse, this will get cancelled out, so we will be getting xs is equal to si minus a inverse b into us. Okay, so we have got this equation xs. I will put this xs into our main equation y of s. I will put this whatever the value I am getting x of s over here. So x of s if I am putting over here, so your ys is equal to c si minus c, which was actually earlier present, x of s is equal to si minus a inverse b into us plus d into us. So we are getting a 2 us, so I am taking the common. So the final equation I am getting c is into si minus a inverse into b plus d into us. Okay, so this particular equation is known as a transfer function matrix also. Okay, so it might happen that you will be asked in examination to find out the transfer function matrix or the transfer function. So you are supposed to find out this equation. So for converting state space equation into a transfer function, you have to remember this equation, that is c si minus a inverse b into d. So state equation is given to you and you are supposed to find out the transfer. Let us take an example on this. Okay, so the state space model is given as x dot is equal to a into x a into x plus b into u plus b into u, and y is equal to c into x plus d into u. Okay, so that d, as I said, is a null matrix. So just comparing the state space model with your standard form, so this will be your A matrix, this will be your B matrix, this will be your C matrix, and this will be your D matrix. Okay, so I want to find out the transfer function. Transfer function is nothing but the input Laplace transformation of output to the Laplace transformation of input, assuming that all initial conditions are set to be 0. Okay, so according to our definition, TS transfer function is C transfer matrix is equal to C Si minus A inverse into B plus D. So this C matrix is nothing but this 1 0. This I have taken over a Si minus A. Okay, S multiplied by identity matrix, so it will be 1 1. So if I am multiplying S 0 0 S minus A matrix I have taken from over here. Okay, so Si minus A inverse into B matrix is nothing but this matrix plus D is nothing but the null matrix, so you can avoid it. Okay, so first I have to take we have to minus this 2 matrix. So S minus 0 is nothing but S 0 minus 1, it is minus 1, 0 minus minus 2, that is minus minus plus 2, S minus minus 3, S plus 3. I have to take the inverse of this. Okay, so whenever you want to find out the inverse of any matrix, square matrix which is having a 2 by 2 matrix, what you have to do? Inverse matrix definition is what? Adjoint of A divided by the determinant of that particular matrix, that is nothing but A. So we have to find out the determinant first. So the determinant will be S into S plus 3 plus 2 and the adjoint. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to just replace this position of this two quantity, S plus 3 which was earlier over here, that we have to shift it over here, and thus S will be shifted over here. Okay, so S plus 3 and S, and the rest of the two quantities we have to just negate it. Okay, that means that we have to make the sign change. So previously it was -1, so I have to put it 1, and -2 plus 2, so it will be converted into -1. The rest of the things are as common as that. Okay, now we have to just multiply the matrices, because it is only the term which are in terms of S square. So just multiplying it, it will be S will be multiplied over here, so S square plus 3S plus 2, and there's 1 0 1 upon. Okay, so what we have to do? We have to just multiply this. Okay, S plus 3 into 0, it is nothing but the 0, and 1 into 1, so the answer will be 1. Okay, next term will be -2 into 0, it is nothing but 0, S into 1, so the answer is 1. So we will be getting 1 into S. So this multiplication of this 2 will be resulted into this. Now we have to multiply this 2 as well. So 1 into 1, it is nothing but the 1, and 0 into S, it is nothing but the. So we have got this 1. Okay, so we have got 1 over here. 1 is multiplied over 1 upon S square plus 3S plus 2. Okay, so the final answer is, the transfer function of this particular equation is S square plus 3S plus 2. Okay, so this is. Now vice versa, previously we have seen the state space to the transfer function approach, how we can find out the transfer function to the state space. Okay, so generally your equation will be in this form: y of n is equal to y of n plus a1 y of n minus 1 up to en into y plus b0 into u raised to n plus b1 into u raised to n minus 1 up to bn into u. Okay, so this is your output quantity, and these are nothing but the input quantity. Okay, so we just need to find out the transfer function. So ys upon us, ys is nothing but the output, us is nothing but the input. So b0 s raised to n plus b1 s raised to n up to bn s raised to n plus e1 into s raised to n minus 1 up to an. Okay, so that this form will be having us another 3 or 4 quantities, quantity. So these are nothing but the controllable canonical form, observable canonical form, and the diagonal canonical form. So this we are not going that much detail in about this, but the general form of this we will discuss in a short. Okay, so first will be a controllable canonical form. So in the controllable canonical form, we'll be having x dot, and the E matrix will be having this pattern: 0 1. Okay, and the second particular row will be 0 0 and 1. So you'll be having a 1 in this manner. Okay, you will be having this pattern, and minus en minus en minus 1 minus en, and the last will be a1. Okay, so whatever you are getting in the determinant, you have to put it over here. Okay, determine coefficient en you have to put over here. Okay, and then this one. Okay, x1 x2, and this B matrix, it will be having only quantity, that is the last one is a 1. Okay, and Y quantity will be Bn minus En into B0, and this one, and D is multiplied with your D matrix is nothing but having a B0. So if your form is like this, you can say it is a controllable canonical form. Okay, you have to follow this pattern and this equation. Next pattern is observable canonical form, or the next form is observable canonical form. So in the observable canonical form, we are just making the transpose of this matrix. Okay, so this rows are going to be column, and columns are going to be rows. Okay, so the previously it was 0 1, so this 1 is coming over here, 0 0 1, so this 1 is coming over here. Okay, so you will be having a this term will be. Okay, so again we'll be having minus n en was over here, so this will be coming over here, minus e1 will be coming over here. Okay, so minus en, and this quantities are over. Okay, and this will be the row matrix will be a column matrix, and the column matrix will become a row matrix. Okay, so I can see that controllable canonical form and the observable canonical form are nothing but the transpose of each other. Okay, another one is the diagonal canonical form. So sometimes in the denominator will be having some quantity which are in terms of variables. Okay, so in this case we will be having your transfer function will be having this term. So in this case we will be having a configuration like this: minus p1 minus p2 up to minus pn. The rest of the expression of the component will be a 0, and we'll be having a c1 c2 and c1. Okay, so for writing the equation in a diagonal canonical form, you have to take the help of partial fraction. Okay, so with the partial fraction coefficient you will get c1 c2 up to cn. Okay, so this partial coefficient will be present over here, and this p1 p2 will be available over here. Okay, these are the three component, three form of representation, and the first one is our controllable canonical form, observable canonical form, and the third one is the diagonal canonical form. Okay, now we will take the example of this. Okay, so for the example we will take only one example which is related to our system. So for our system I will take one example which is represented in terms of a controllable canonical form. Okay, so we'll take one example based on this. So suppose you are having this equation, transfer function equation. It will be in terms of a it will be in terms of d cube y of t divided by dt cube plus 5 d square y t by dt plus dy t by dt plus 2 into y of t is equal to u into t. Okay, so this is our main equation. So for that what we have to do, we have to make the highest order of this d on the one side. So I will convert this d cube y of t divided by dt cube is equal to minus 5 into d square y t by dt square minus minus dyt by dt minus 2 by t plus u of t. Okay, this is nothing but the y. Issue with this sketch pad. Okay, now I have to take the some variables. Okay, so I will take first variable x1 of t. I am assuming that x1 of t is equal to y of t. x2 of t is equal to derivation of y of t with respect to t, and x3 of t is equal to d square by dt square of y of t. Okay, because we have to choose the some variable, we have to take this particular variable. So for that what you have to do, we have to take this variable. Okay, now I want to find out x1 dot. X1 dot, it is nothing but the y dot. Okay, x2 dot t is equal to y double dot t. Okay, x2 dot is equal to y, and x3 dot is equal to y triple dot